So whatever you want to have on the floor with you, I've got a couple of blankets handy. I'm going to grab one more. So making our way to our backs, maybe covering with a blanket if that's supportive right now. Maybe for whatever reason you don't need a blanket. Finding your way to your back. For the first few moments, we'll be still. Not trying to change the breath, we'll just notice the breath. And then letting go of awareness of breath. Maybe just notice any movements in the body. Maybe we notice the rise and fall of the chest that actually is a result of the breath. But just noticing movement, not looking for the source or the cause. Now let's move our head side to side as if we were turning one ear towards the floor and the other ear towards the floor. And when you're ready, maybe bring the back of the head to the floor, or just rest the head however feels naturally right. And now bringing in some hatha yoga relaxation techniques. Maybe let's clench the hands into fists, maybe curl the toes and kind of contract our entire body. Keep contracting every muscle, even the face, we make a face. And then exhale and it all go. Everything relaxes. We'll do that again. Maybe we have the hang of it this time, and so we make a face that feels good for the face. Clenching the hands into fists. Maybe noticing the hands come off the ground, and as we curl the toes and clench the legs, it'd be the heels lift. Clench, clench, clench. Even clench those glutes. And then exhale, release everything. And just relax. And let everything go. Bring awareness to the backs of the eyeballs and let those backs of the eyeballs drift towards the back of the head. Relax the toes and the fingers. Relax the right shoulder and the left shoulder, the right hip and the left hip. And then maybe bringing in just the feeling of gratitude into our space tonight. So perhaps picturing someone that you love, or something that makes you smile. Bring that to your mind right now. And send gratitude to that thing. Now, if you have an intention for your practice, give yourself a moment or two. Maybe something springs up right away. And now state your San Kalpa to yourself 3 times. And now bring into your space the feeling of that San Kalpa being a reality. That San Kalpa having manifested, feel that energy in your space. Maybe bring in the sensation of heaviness to the back of the body. Feeling your body making contact with the floor. Now imagine the feeling of lightness or weightlessness in your body, feeling your body as if it's hovering over the floor, lifting up to that sliver of a moon in the sky. And then on your next exhale, maybe noticing points of contact with the actual floor. Bringing ourselves into the physical body, into this moment. And then on an exhale, let's bring our knees in to the chest. Maybe you have a blanket on your feet or your legs, but let's come into a happy baby, the first yin shape of the night. Maybe that means that you have your hands just behind those hamstrings, and you're just kind of letting those feet hover towards the sky. Maybe that's where you kind of have the hands. You can have your hands on the outside of that foot and just we're not pulling on the feet, we're just hanging the hands on the feet. And we'll be here about 3 to 4 to 5 minutes. So perhaps feeling weightlessness in the hands, the arms, the feet. Maybe some heaviness in the back body. Maybe those arms or hands don't feel so weightless, and so we just bring our hands to clasp, and we just hold those arms, those forearms behind the hamstring. Being here in our happy baby. Doesn't matter if your breaths are shallow or if your breaths are deep. If they're suspended, just let the breath come and go. And perhaps your San Kalpa is an anchor for your mind this evening. It's already on its way to fruition. So we state it just to keep that awareness fixed. Maybe scanning the body from foot to toes. Or foot to hands. We can't even say it. Because we end up right where we started. Because our hands maybe are on our feet, close to the feet. Thinking of that happy baby on the floor. Imagine that baby with all of its needs met. That baby having felt nothing but love in its life. So basking in that love. Imagining this baby with all of its needs met. Bring that into your space. And then when you're ready, that happy baby on your mat, release the hands, and we'll find our rebound, letting those legs go long, the back flat, the arms at the side, maybe palms up or palms down. And let that chi flow. Reaching all the way to the toes and all the way to the fingertips, to the crown of the head, to the earlobes, the neck, the back, the kneecaps. Maybe noticing if that chi has a temperature. Is it prickly? Is it smooth? Is it none of the above or all of the above? Noticing it in different areas of the body as it continues to move, as it settles, as it heals. It's healing not because there's anything to fix, but only because our cells and our body work every day, just maintaining. We are not anything that needs fixed. Maybe even saying that out loud. I am not anything that needs fixed. Now from here, let's bring both of our feet to the ground, unless they're there already. Otherwise, let's bring those feet to the ground, maybe curl the toes, maybe tap the feet, tap the heels. And let the knees or the feet come wide, let the knees come together. Let's bring our arms up to the sky, kind of like those zombie Frankenstein arms. I guess Frankenstein and zombie are different, but whatever those arms are, reach the fingertips to the sky. And now let's cross that left arm over the chest. Let the right hand come onto that shoulder, or maybe in the bicep, or just anywhere on that left arm, to bring that left arm across the body. Be here for a couple minutes to just open up across the top of that left shoulder blade, around the top of that left shoulder. And you can bring your legs into butterfly, or you can lengthen them long, unless you like how it feels to have those knees together. Be effortless kind of on that bottom half. Maybe just notice if that left arm just kind of gives a little more, coming closer to the floor with that left hand, as that right arm, just the weight of the hand of opening that shoulder. There's no goal here. You can just be. Maybe noticing anywhere else in the back that might be responding just by simply bringing an arm over the chest. Noticing any tingling because we might be compressing somewhere on that left arm. The fingers might tingle. We might notice sensations of coolness or warmness as the blood moves, as it flows, as that chi maybe dams up or flows. Maybe noticing that pinky finger. And exhale. Noticing the ring finger. And breathe out. Noticing the middle finger. Breathe out. That index finger. Breathe out. And notice that thumb. Exhale. And now release that right hand from that left arm. Bring the left arm across the body. Maybe you extend it towards the sky, wiggle the fingers, and then bring that left arm to the floor. The right arm is on the floor. You can bring your legs long, and we'll find our rebound. It's normal to feel a little emotional release. The lung meridian and the heart meridian go across that shoulder. Our small and large intestine meridians run into our hands. So it can bring up a lot of digesting and integrating of emotions. Let that chi flow. Now let's float those arms above the shoulders, wrists are above the shoulders. Maybe wiggling those shoulder blades. And then when you're ready, drop that right arm across the chest. That left hand coming anywhere on that right arm. And with time, you might notice that that right hand gets closer and closer to the floor as that fascia and connective tissue around the shoulder and the back begin to release. And any variation with those legs, whatever is going to support you in being comfortable and still on that bottom half. If your mind wanders, you can anchor it in your San Kalpa. think our Yin Yoga is such a beautiful reminder that the gentlest of intentions, such as placing that hand on the arm, the gentlest of movements, that stillness is such a powerful tool for the body. We don't have to always be full speed ahead to show power. It's about balance. If anything comes up, just let it be there, hold some space. You can release it. Maybe it's the form of tears, maybe it's the form of a sigh or a laugh. Really nice job, Chris. Now bring awareness to that pinky and exhale. Notice the ring finger and exhale. Middle finger, exhale. Index finger, exhale. Thumb, exhale. And then whenever you're ready, bring that hand, let go of that left hand, bring that hand maybe across the sky and let it fall into whatever position that gravity might take it. And then find your rebound. Maybe noticing if the chi has a rhythm. Is it a pulsing sensation? Is it more like a pinball moving here and there and everywhere, no pattern? Is it like a ripple or is it like a wave crashing? Feel that life source within you. And now maybe on your next inhale, draw the breath in and feel the back of the body, those upper scapula, the back, the upper back, press into the floor and hold that breath there. And then exhale. Let that breath leave the upper back. Every little last bit of air leave the back. And then breathe in and find your regular breath. And now we'll gently just roll over, make our way seated so we can come into a forward fold, and we'll have some options that we can do for that. But not rushing to come up, but making our way up. And then when you get kind of that heart higher than those hips, go ahead and move into your forward fold. You can either have your feet kind of close together. We're going to bring our bolster into the game. So if you want, you can lie over that bolster. Maybe you have a block for your head. So we're going to bring that spine forward and round that spine. So rolling forward the head on the blocking. So that's an option. And sometimes I like to bring my hands behind my calves just because I'm like, what do I do with my hands? So I put them under my calves to kind of keep them somewhere. You can fold. You can bring your chin, your head as forward as you want and round that spine as much as you want. So that's an option. And then the other two are a little more active, but sometimes they're really what the chi ordered. So you can come into what we would say in our vinyasa, into malasana. You can just hang that head and just let that spine round at the top. So that's another option. We'll be here about 3 or 4 minutes. And knowing that if you decide to do one, you're not like committed for life. You can change partway through. If all of a sudden you're like, I kind of want to do something different. And the last one is a forward fold, just like this. So whatever you want to bring into your space, just allow it to be so. Maybe breathing into that upper back, that spot between the shoulder blades that we just kind of accessed with that arm across the chest. Still kind of targeting that upper back, but also this entire spine as we let that coccyx, that low spine, get heavy and ground. Or if you're in an uttanasana, you're standing forward fold, that head is the weight. That head is lengthening that spine. So whether it's the head or the base of the spine, if you're in your seated forward fold, that head is going to be heavy and around that spine. Kind of let it all flow, just like a waterfall cascading down your back into a reservoir below, to just collect all of your cares, all of your thoughts, and maybe carry them away, just letting go. Really nice job, Grace. Just let those shoulders go if you're standing. That head and those elbows be heavy if you're in your seated forward fold. If you're in malasana, let that tailbone drop and then that forehead kind of drop. Allowing our spine to kind of not really stretch, but kind of stretch, and that fascia along the spine to release those ligaments along the spine. Get some elasticity. Scan the body from the toes to the head. And then scan the body from the head to the toes. And sometimes when I do a body scan, when I visualize the parts of the body that I'm scanning, I add a color to it. Otherwise, I might get distracted. So it's as if I'm seeing my body, and as I see it, it becomes a color. And that keeps my mind focused on that scan. So I'd be scanning again from toes to head, your body becoming a color as your eyes and energy notice the muscles, the joints. Now, whenever you're ready, let's make our way to our rebound. So we're all in different shapes. So we want to move slowly. We want to move with some tenderness and really gingerly coming down onto our backs, noticing all the muscles and all the different kind of joints in the body kind of unraveling as we make our way out of these shapes onto our back where everything is flat and neutral. So give yourself a moment. You know, we say that we practice Yin Yoga for the rebound. So notice this rebound and bask in the rebound where there's no effort. Notice the shoulder blades flat on the ground after, yeah, really nice guys, after having folded or having been suspended in the air. Just letting go. Allow your body to be filled with wisdom at a cellular level. Sometimes in my rebound, I like to imagine what myself 40 years from now would say to myself here in this rebound. If you were 40 years older looking at yourself here on this mat, what advice would you say to yourself? Our Yin Yoga is that beautiful reminder of the beauty of effortlessness and stillness. Now from our backs, I'm just gonna bring our knees over our hips. Maybe you lift those hips up so the low back is flat. So our knees are and over the hips, maybe our ankles are in line with the knees. We can bring our arms out like a T, and we're just going to drop our knees over to the right side. Just this gentle little twist. And then cover up with a blanket. Maybe you want to bring the legs not bent, but they're out to the side. The legs can be long. The target area is the spine. We're just flexing the spine. So any variation with those legs, maybe you want to cover the legs with your blanket. Cover up completely with a blanket and just imagine being enveloped in your San Kalpa, that blanket as your San Kalpa. Give some nourishment to all of your parts. Let the backs of those eyeballs be heavy and fall into the back of the head. Notice if you can relax the legs so you're not like clenching the side of that right hip, the inside of that left thigh. Just let everything relax as much as you can. Remembering that there's no work to do, that this resting is what we're here to do. Some of our shapes are more enjoyable and more comfortable than others. But we're here for the rebound, so keep your eye on the rebound. Really nice job, guys. I will not die an unlived life. I will not live in fear of falling or catching fire. I choose to inhabit my days, to allow my living to open me, to make me less afraid, more accessible, to loosen my heart until it becomes a wing, a torch, a promise. I choose to risk my significance to live, so that which came to me as a seed goes to the next as blossom. And that which came to me as blossom goes on as fruit. Whenever you're ready, let's press our hands to the floor to support us in drawing our knees back to the middle and our back to the floor. If you want, you can hug the knees into the chest before finding your rebound. Maybe you reach arms overhead and then extend those legs long. And we'll find that effortless rebound. And when you're ready, you can bring those knees over the hips, hands out to the side. And then we'll drop our knees over to the left. Coming into our twist on the other side. Your hands can fall wherever you feel as though would be supportive for you. Knowing that this side might feel entirely different. This side has its own story, it has its own experiences. So maybe listen to what this side of the body has to say. We just listen. Now let's bring our arms out like a T. If that's helpful as you bring the knees back to the middle, scooting the low back, the hips on the ground, maybe hugging the knees into the chest. And then let's find our final rebound of Shavasana. Letting those legs be long. Letting everything just kind of fall into another position that it naturally finds. And let's usher in our Shavasana the same way that we ushered in our practice, with gratitude. But let's find that gratitude in ourselves. So imagine yourself in 40 years looking at you right now. The gratitude in your plus 40 face as you look down at yourself. Filling yourself with gratitude for being here right now. And then just let go of that visualization. And let's find deep rest, deep nourishment in our Shavasana together. Maybe imagining that we could all join hands and give each other a little squeeze of the hand. That gesture that says, I'm right here with you, I'm right here. Relaxing the right leg. Relaxing the right foot, and the toes of the right foot. Relax the right shoulder blade. And extend that relaxation from the shoulder blade down that right arm to the right palm, to the fingers of the right hand. Relax the right side body and the right shoulder, the right hip, the entire right side of the body from the toes to the shoulder to the hand, the shoulder blade, the back, the right side, the body, down the back of the leg, the heel, the glute, the entire right side of the body, finding ease. Relax the right earlobe. Relax along the entire right side of the face, the jaw joint, the right cheekbone, the right temple, the right eyelid, eyebrow, the hair on the right side of the head, entire right side. It might even feel as though you're lying on the side of the hill with the right side closer to the bottom. Relaxing the right side. Now notice the left toes, the left heel, the left calf, glute, left shoulder blade. Allow that relaxation from the left shoulder blade to flow down to the tips of the fingers of the left hand. Relax the elbow crease and the armpit of the left arm. The left side body, the left glute, back of the left leg, the left heel. The left knee, the left side of the chest, the entire left side of the body, relaxing. Relax the left side of the jaw, the left corner of the mouth, the left cheek, the eyelashes of the left eye, the left eyebrow relaxing. And feel the left temple soften. The hair on the left side of the head relax. The left earlobe, the left side of the neck, the entire left side of the body relax. Relax the entire front side of the body facing the ceiling. Relax the back of the body. Relax the top lip, the bottom lip, both lips, the tongue, the nose, the tip of the nose. Relax your physical heart. Relax. Relax. If you have the time, give yourself as much time as you have to remain resting. Otherwise, slowly maybe moving your head side to side or pressing the tips of each finger to your thumb. Pressing the tip of each finger to the thumb, gently awakening the brain. Bringing that mind-body connection by pressing the tip of each finger into the thumb. There is no rush. Make your way to your seated position whenever you want. When you get there, offering yourself to pause with maybe hands in the lap, or they can be in front of your heart. Maybe one last time together, bringing our awareness to the beating of our own heart or the pulsing of our own energy in the body. Let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om